This one thought instantly lowered my scores, and I didn't even need to change my swing at all. Most golfers chase mechanics, endless drills, and they get a tip from every coach they see. But here's the truth. The biggest improvement I've made in my golf game didn't come from changing my swing. It came from changing this one thought in my mind. And in this video, I'm gonna break down what that one thought is, why it works, and how you could start applying it to your own game so you could trust your swing and play calmer, more confident golf consistently. By the end of this video, I promise you, you'll have a simple, actionable mental switch you can turn on immediately on the golf course. And you don't need to change your grip, you don't need to change your stance, you don't even need to touch your swing mechanics. What you will learn is how to quiet the noise in your head, how to stop self-sabotaging yourself, and how to trust your body to execute naturally. This is the mental game, and it's what separates golfers who struggle from those who really perform under pressure consistently. My name's Leo Herrera, also known as the Connected Golfer, and I've been performing under pressure since I was 7 years old. I started golfing when I was 3 and competing when I was 7. I was a top 20 junior golfer in the country, playing tournaments week in and week out, learning so much about myself and this game. I played Division I golf, and after a year, I won the USGA 4-ball, decided to turn pro and pursue this game at a greater level. Little did I realize I was going to stumble upon content creation and become the Connected Golfer so I could share back the wisdom and experience and amazing knowledge that I've gained along the way of playing this beautiful game. After all the knowledge and wisdom I've gained and I've yet to gain, I'm on a mission to share that wisdom back and share the experience of the game of golf in a way that gets people to feel connected. This game has the ability to unlock so many things within you. It's unlocked so many things within me, and the least I could do is share some of the stuff that's helped me over the past. Golf has the ability to build your character when done right. Well, it has the ability to build your character regardless. Sometimes it's good character, sometimes it's not good character. Let's get into it. It's gonna be a great video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys wanna work with me, just click the link below to book a call. Happy to have a conversation with you and see how I can help your game. So here's the truth most golfers never wanna talk about. The biggest obstacle in your way isn't your golf swing, it's your mind. Think about it. You've practiced, you've hit balls, you somewhat understand the swing, but as soon as you get over the golf ball, you get tense, you lock up, you don't know how to pull the trigger. Your mind is judging shots. You're overthinking the scenario. All these things are going through your mind and you think it's the swing. It's not, it's your mind. That one thought that changed my game forever is to observe, not control. So I found myself a lot of times when I was practicing, even when I was playing, trying to control my golf swing, to make sure it worked effectively, to make sure it looked pretty. And I found that over time, that created more tension in my body, and it actually created mental resistance for the shots that I was hitting. And as soon as I took away that mental resistance, everything started to flow. And the one thought that got me to really get rid of that mental resistance was to observe, do not control. That's it. When I realized I didn't need to micromanage my swing and I just need to watch it happen, everything clicked, everything flew. And it simplified the game of golf for me. I really believe this is the secret to being a great golfer. If you don't have this foundation of observing yourself while you play, it's gonna be very difficult to create sustainable growth in your golf game. You might feel a sudden jolt of improvement in your game where your swing's starting to feel good for maybe a month, maybe a couple months. But if you don't eliminate that mental resistance once and for all, it's gonna bite you at some point. You're gonna find a scenario where there's pressure you didn't even know was possible. You're gonna feel your body in a way you've never felt it before. And because you didn't clear out that mental resistance, your body tightens up, and all of a sudden the mechanics that have been working so well are dysfunctional. It's like all of a sudden you lost everything you thought you knew. But it happens because you don't build a mental foundation. So let me walk you through what this actually looks like from an experiential standpoint. So I stand over the ball, and I could think about how I need to pull the trigger. Or I can just observe myself go through the motions. When you're observing, you can learn. And when you learn, you flow. When you learn, you grow. And when you judge, you create tension. When you judge, you create storylines in your head that are just in your head. They're not the truth. How many times have you found yourself coming up to conclusions about your golf game because of how much you judge yourself on the course? You hit a shot, I'm like, oh man, that was terrible. Oh man. It's constant judgment, constant beating yourself up. It doesn't help. Because here's the reality. We all have an inner child within us. That younger kid within you that's happy, that's joyful, that's just playing, it's still within you. And when you throw judgment into the equation every time you do something, you're punching this inner child in the face. And over time, that inner child is going to feel pretty hurt. So what I've realized is I was hurting my inner child quite a bit, judging myself after every shot I hit, after every tournament I played. Why am I not performing in the way I feel like I should perform? What's wrong with me? Those are all disempowering questions that hurt my inner child and hurt my golf game. So as soon as I found that I needed to just observe instead of control, everything clicked for me. And I'll tell you a story. Jim McLean was one of my instructors for a very long time, about 5 years. We worked together on a lot of things. He was an amazing mentor of mine, not only on the physical swing, but on the mental side. And one of the things he told me from a really, really great player that won some major championships, I'm not sure exactly who it was at this point, but he told me, this player told him that he thought he found the secret to the game. Something that really nobody was talking about and really gave him an edge in competition. That trick was to observe himself in third person as he was over the ball hitting a shot in a tournament. And obviously you're training this while you're practicing first so that you could be fully prepared to execute it in a tournament. But this guy was looking at himself from outside of himself while he was hitting the shot. What does that tell you? The power of observing instead of controlling. This guy was not controlling anything in his movement. All he was controlling was his ability to observe. Because at the end of the day, if you want to get philosophical, we're just a piece of consciousness, observing reality. We've identified with the ego that you decide to live in this three-dimensional world, but who you really are is consciousness. And consciousness is just observing at all times. The person that's trying to control things is not who you really are. It's your ego. It's who you've identified yourself as in this life that serves you in some capacity, but isn't really serving you when it comes to golf. When it comes to golf, you got to dissolve and you got to observe. So let me walk you through what my process is to actually get myself to observe while I'm over the ball. Because it's not just observe. Obviously, yeah, it is, but there's a way to go about it that trigger this consistently. So step one, you can do this with me, by the way. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Like allow your body to actually swing. When you're controlling your body in the swing, when you're going over it and you're like, all right, what do I got to do? I got to make sure I'm here and then this and then that and then here. Okay, make sure you do it. Hands are tense, body's tense. And all of a sudden you feel like you did it, but you chunked it and now you're stressed and now not good, not connected. You probably didn't take a breath before the shot and you definitely didn't prioritize observing over controlling. So start with the breath, allow your body to flow, and then tell yourself to let it happen. Practice telling yourself to let it happen before you walk up to the ball. Stand behind the ball, take a breath, let it happen. And then actually let it happen. Observe, see what's going on. How does your body feel? What's going on in your mind? And when you observe, you'll notice you'll instantly get rid of that hit. And how many of you out there are addicted to hitting versus committed to scoring? Ask yourself that. You go up to the range and you're just addicted to hitting balls because you want to hit the ball. You want to control your swing. You want to make sure you fix your swing. It's not getting you better at golf. It's getting you worse. Really want you to understand that. If you want real sustainable growth over time, it might seem like you're getting better on a couple of days, but it's not sustainable growth every single day with your game. There's a version of yourself that's getting better every single day at golf, regardless of what you actually shoot. And you know you're getting better every day because of the way you behave when you play. And the one thought that shifted my behavior and instantly lowered my scores was to observe myself while I'm playing. So when you observe, you also, like you saw in these last couple of swings, you hold your finish. And you can actually learn from the shot. You can learn a lot from your body's natural way of moving as to where you are. And when you observe, your mind gets into a state of inquiry. It's like you're still analyzing what's going on, so you're learning from the situation. You're just not associating with it in a way where you're trying to control the situation. So it's a very different experience. I'm detached from the actual experience. I'm living it, I'm fully immersed in it, but I'm detached from the experience. And that detachment is what ultimately creates that connection in your game. The problem is you're so attached to the outcome. You're so attached to how the ball is going to respond when you hit it. You're so attached to what your golf coach told you need to do with your backswing and on the way down to make sure that ball goes the right way. And I'm not saying that your mechanics aren't important, but if you truly want to get better at golf and you don't have a foundation for your mindset, those mechanics will never actually give you the results that you're looking for. So, observe, see yourself from an outside point of view. Just feel the body. When you observe, you'll naturally be in your own rhythm. When you observe, you'll naturally be in balance. As you could tell, in those 4 golf swings I've made so far, they've been in balance. They've been in rhythm. They've just flowed. Now, obviously, I've been playing this game my whole life, and it is a little bit different. Maybe some of you are just getting started, or maybe some of you have played for a long time. But the point is, it triggers the best version of yourself. When I do a rep like that, even though I didn't consciously think of my mechanics, subconsciously my mechanics are organizing themselves because I'm allowing it to happen. That's the whole thing with the game of golf. How much are you allowing versus how much are you restricting? We're trying to get rid of all the mental resistance so you can allow your body to flow when you play. So many people come up to me and they're like, Leo, I just can't find consistency in my game. And I'm like, why? Well, I practice here and there, but I just haven't figured out my golf swing. I'm like, what have you done to figure out your golf swing? I've gotten lessons. I've tried the newest clubs. I tried the gadgets. I do the drills, but I'm not there, man. I feel like I'm almost there, but I'm just not there. And it always feels like you're almost there, but not there. That feeling, let me tell you, will never go away until you truly understand how to eliminate all mental resistance. If you're looking for that physical outcome, you need to look at it mentally first so that the physical outcome kind of just produces itself. I know it's crazy. You're thinking, man, golf is so technical. You need to know the golf swing to the tee in order to play good golf. Yes, there are things you need to understand about your movement to produce a good swing and a consistent swing. But like I said, if you don't have that mental foundation, you observe yourself, you're never going to grow from every rep. Those 5 shots right there I hit have programmed my mind to observe, have programmed my body to flow. They haven't programmed my mind to control. They haven't programmed my body to try to be in positions that I think I need to be in. And that's the main thing I really want to share in this video here, guys. Observe, do not control. You want to control the path in which you're going in your golf game? Let go of all control. That's truly where the magic happens. And a lot of this stuff is simple. It doesn't require extra effort, nor do I want it to. I want you guys to understand how simple this game can truly be for you. And it's not about hitting perfect shots. It's about being a connected golfer. It's about being the golfer that behaves in a way that activates flow. A connected golfer is always flowing, and you can't flow if you're trying to control it. The literal definition of flow has no control. Flow is just flowing. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of golf. So when you come out and play this game, yes, I would love for you to break 80 for the first time. I would love for you to break 70 for the first time. Those are great, but they're just numbers and metrics that won't be produced until you have a mental foundation. And this is where it starts. Take a breath, even visualize the shot. Get into the energetic aspect of the game. Walk up and observe. Hold your finish. Learn from your body. It's literally telling you everything you need to know. More than any online course, more than any book in golf, your body, after you make a golf shot, will tell you everything you need to know. And the ball don't lie. But be kind with yourself. Part of this process is, in golf, you're probably not gonna hit great shots all the time. And golf is not about hitting perfect shots. It's about minimizing the damage of your poor shots. But the only way you really get to that is by getting through your judgment when you hit poor shots. Getting through that automatic activation in your brain that instantly throws the club, blames the wind, blames the lie, judges the shot, saying it's terrible, it's not what you wanted. It needs to be completely out of your system. And once it's out of your system and you've trained to observe yourself for at least 30 to 60 days of shots, and every shot you hit, you're just observing. Observing and learning, no judgment. Observing, learning, no judgment. You will become a very connected golfer. Everything will just click. Your body will just naturally flow the way you need to flow. Not the way Jimmy needs to flow. The way you need to flow. I mean, if you're Jimmy, then you flow the way Jimmy flows. The point is, simplify your process, you'll simplify your game, and you'll instantly lower your scores. That's what the name of the game is. It doesn't need to be more complicated. It's a 4-letter word. It's just a white ball, a club, and a hole. Just hit the shot and observe yourself doing it so you can gather information on how you're going about the process and truly transform. Transformation is at the other side of detachment. It's at the other side of dissolving your ego and truly allowing yourself to let it happen. Like, ask yourself, how many times on the golf course when you're hitting a ball do you really just let it happen? Like, you really don't care where it's gonna go, how you're gonna hit it. You're truly immersed in observing yourself go through the motions. It's a miracle that you get to play golf. I just want you to know that. It's a miracle that you get to live today. You should be observing yourself in general at all times. That's literally the meaning of mindfulness. And mindfulness to me is a very strong thing to get good at. I got good at it back in college, and that's ultimately what I felt like really initiated my path as the connected golfer and what I'm doing today and my philosophy. It started from mindfulness. It started from detaching myself from who I thought I was and connecting to a higher power just by observing. Like, you're already connected to a higher power. I want you to know that. I'm just here to remind you to stay connected, not to get connected. You're already connected. You're alive. You know, you're connected. Just stay connected through observing. And honestly, this lesson translates way further beyond the golf course. Because when you observe yourself while you're hitting shots, you'll observe yourself while you're having conversations with people you love. You'll observe yourself when you're doing whatever you find meaningful in your life. That's the beauty of golf, man. It teaches you so much about who you are, and it gives you an arena to work on your soul. It helps you be intentional with your behavior. But intention doesn't come from unconscious patterns. It comes from being conscious, and being conscious comes from observing, not controlling. So there it is, guys. Wrap it up with a little connected dance here for you guys. We're just observing. Observe, learn, grow, and you'll find yourself playing this game. You're gonna stop struggling, because struggling is a choice. And you're gonna start flowing, because that's what you deserve. Now it's your turn. On your next round, try this one thought. Observe, don't control. Pause, breathe, visualize, trust, and reset after every shot. And let me know in the comments how it's going for you. Would love to hear how your golf journey is going. And like I said, if you need help throughout this process, I'm more than happy to help. Just book a call below and we'll talk about it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Appreciate you watching. Observe, don't control, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.